Good morning, everybody. Ma Terry here, and I wanted to catch up with you. My friend had passed away last week, and it's probably been a week since I put out a video. Grieving a lot. I'm very sad. But I wanted to talk to you again about living your life. But this is going to be good because at the end of this video, we're going to talk about how the police got involved in my life and the prosecutor. It's like, oh my gosh. So, a lot of people, like my friend Angela, wanted to change her life. Angela was only 63 when she passed. She said she always wanted to do what I do, which is travel around in a van, and it just didn't come to pass. Her financing fell through. Yeah. But I would have loved to have traveled around the United States with Angela. She was funny. I think that I have a lot of friends like Kate and Karen and Leilani and Kathy Lee and just all of yous out there. Andrea, but she was zany. I would give her that in a heartbeat, zany. But, there are people in my life that step on their own brakes. And Angela, just like me, we step on our own brakes. It was just hard to watch her, how she treated herself. What do I mean by stepping on brakes? So she had diabetes, and, she took her insulin. She would measure her thing, and then, okay, it's pretty good. Let's go out for an ice cream. And I'm like, Angela, no, you can't have ice cream. And it's like, but she was a big kid. She really was a big kid at heart. So, she had a lot of health issues. I didn't think they were that bad, but apparently they were. She just did not take care of her health. I have so many friends that want to do what I want to do. Please stop stepping on brakes. Stop stepping on brakes. Stop it. And do I step on brakes? Yes, I do. I step on a lot of brakes. So we're going to talk about a couple of life principles. A lot of people see themselves as the victim. My wife divorced me. My wife divorced me. No, I'm not a lesbian. Someone says that all the time. And there's a scientific principle. You can look it up if you don't believe me. It's called cause and effect. So when we look at things scientifically, what was the effect? The effect was the divorce. Nobody will divorce you if it's a good, healthy marriage, right? What did you do to contribute? And Angela was the one who taught me how to do autopsies in your life. If we did a craft show, write down what was working for you, what wasn't working for you. If you're in a relationship, do an autopsy when it dissolves. What part did you play into it? There we go. Coffee up, everybody. Because we all play our little parts, sometimes our little parts, things start getting, I don't want to use the word abusive, but people fall into bad habits. And if you let people fall into bad habits, that's not a good thing. Not a good thing at all. Okay, how do I put this nicely? If somebody keeps, in the beginning, the relationship is great. And then something happens, he breaks a promise. Could be a small promise, could be a big promise. That's a test bubble right there. When it becomes a habit, that's called lying. And, you can walk away from it, but after a minute, you can't say you're the victim. He promised to do this with me, for me, or whatever, and he didn't. He lied to me. Is that the first time he lied to you? No, he's lied to me before. Well, why are you so shocked that he lied to you again? People do what works until it doesn't work. Now we're getting into the police department. I actually drove the karma bus. So if somebody keeps doing something to you that you dislike, set boundaries. Say you're not going to do that again. And if they do, I'm not one of those people that say walk away, take them off your Facebook page, do stuff like that. But until they begin to modify their behavior, you really aren't in a relationship, or you're in a relationship with someone that will keep lying to you. Walk away, in that sense of, no, we're not moving forward. We're not going anywhere together. I'm not going to accept it. So anyhow, so let's talk about the karma bus. People do what works until it doesn't. All right. So the police are involved in my life. Yay. I'm so excited about this. So what happened? This woman verbally assaulted me. And I'm sure it wasn't the first time she ever did it. It seemed like she had her act together. And what happened was my sister was staying in this motel in Cape May, and she invited me over for dinner. And, me and Lucy came over. Now, I read the motel's things, and nowhere did it say in their brochure, no pets. So, and Miss Lucy is a service dog. You all know that. So this woman, the manager and another woman come up to the room, and this blonde woman was doing all the screaming. I did not raise my voice until the end. She was about this close to my face, screaming at me, and said, you can't have, I go to college. I have 2 weeks away before graduation, which this is odd. This is September. People don't graduate in September. But I can detect whether it's a real service dog or not. And she looks at Lucy and says, that is not a service dog. And I said, I was calm. Just let me go to the van. I'll get you my papers. I'll show you it's from the Long Beach VA. I don't want to hear it. They're probably a fraud too, or a fake. And it's like, she was screaming at me. And I said, you know what? Let me get out my video camera. And on another video, I'll show it to you. And all I got on the camera was she screamed at me. And it was like, you got 5 minutes. No, make it 15 minutes to get you and your dog out of our hotel. And it's like my sister was in tears at that point. And I was embarrassed. And I left. I didn't want this was my sister's favorite motel. They have been going to this motel for 40 years. And at a price of $300 per night. This is a generational hotel that they always go to. Well, they're banned now. So the next day down in, where was it? Wildwood at the convention center. I saw, they advertised it. There was this big veterans conference. They're going to have at least 80 vendors, and I was shocked because they had really good vendors. So I walked up to the Chamber of Commerce, told her what happened, and she's like, that's horrible. That shouldn't have happened. But people would grab my arm, walk me around to find the right person to talk to. Well, the prosecutor's office pointed me to the police station, and she's like, you need to file a complaint. I think it's a criminal complaint. We're going with elder abuse, and as soon as that complaint is filed, we will prosecute them. We will make an example out of them because it's bad for business. I am, and I don't want to offend any of my viewers, but if you look around, it's so funny. If you look around Cape May, there are a bunch of little old ladies that look like me, look like my sister, and it's like people with money. They don't know I live in my van. I told her I was terrified to stay in the hotel room. My name was on the register. My sister registered us. And since there was nothing about pets or service dogs, we didn't say anything, and I was only going over for dinner. Most people know me. I'm more comfortable being in my van than I am in a hotel room. So, people do what works until it doesn't. So she probably did this thing about 100 times at least in the past. And it worked every time. She has been successful in it. Except for they're going to come down on her. I am making it rain over at that motel. So yeah, I have a case number. I have a detective. So this is pretty cool. I have never driven the Karma bus. Cool in a way that I'm disabled. I have PTSD. I have panic disorder. And a lot of my things, you can't see it from me. I'm relaxed. I went to 2 years of speech pathology. I have a form of mutism. It's sort of like some of my TBI is like I had the remnants of a stroke, which I never had a stroke, but that's where aphasia and dysphagia come in. So you can't see it by looking at me, but I am disabled. And I felt bad. My sister went down and apologized to the people because she didn't want to get kicked out of her hotel, and she wasn't kicked out on this day. But the woman's like, and did a head trip on her. Well, what if the next person that rents the room is allergic to dog hair? Number one, you better be taking your allergy medicines. But that's as stupid as, if there was carpet in the room. I know people that are deathly allergic to the formaldehyde in it, and there was no carpet in this room. Well, would they rip out the carpet because you're allergic to carpeting? No, they would not. If you're in a wheelchair and people are allergic to metal, what are they going to do? They can't discriminate. And that's the point of this video. Do not discriminate against me. I will drive the Karma bus over you. So that's the end of this video. Miss Lucy is over at my sister's house sleeping. She had a very busy morning, and the next video I will include her in. She had a very busy morning of eating and pooping and now napping. That's what she does. Please coffee up, everybody. Please put something in the comments below. I will get to your comments. I'm getting there. Like I said, there is this darkness in my heart right now, which I hope will go away. And having them do what they did right on. I mean, this was the day after I found out about Angela's passing. So, yeah, not cool, people. Not cool. Anyhow, now I got to think of a clever title for this video so you'll link on it. Because if I come up with something boring, you'll be like, oh, no, that's just Terry rambling on again. I don't want to listen to her. But, yeah, so the point of this video is please stop stepping on your own rake. If something happens, maybe do an autopsy and find out what did you do to play into it, and then do your best to mitigate. Don't let it happen again. Anyhow, I will see you down the road. Thanks for listening. Bye, everyone.